It's worked so far, but we're not out yet.
I wanna know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.
Pure energy. Pure energy.
We're on, Ken. Welcome back, bowling fans. This week in the Draft League, Week 18, another fantastic week. 5 or 6 degrees last night, one of the coldest days of the winter so far. Yes, we did. That storm was a vicious one. Really cold, even walking in right now. Whoop! Right, Joe? But you know what? It's all about dedication when it comes to bowling. And you're about to embark on 15 minutes of sports entertainment like no other. This show was put together to celebrate bowling, and in particular, scratch bowling. One of the last scratch bowling leagues alive today. Thank you to the sponsors. Thank you to the thousands of viewers. And also, thank you to all the people that send out the fan mail. Joe, I got some fan mail.
What do you got?
I was thumbing through it, and a youngster wrote me a note and said, "Hey, Joe, why are you wearing that hat? Are you a hunter or something?" So I think the kid's name was Greg. Well, Greg, I'm not really a hunter. Yeah, I'm the hunted one, right? I had my chance. You give me too much credit. I'm not that clever. Does anyone know what that's from? Anyone? Does anyone know what that line's from? You don't, Matt? That's Virgil Salazzo from The Godfather. How about this? I'm a hunter searching for love on these lonely streets again. Yo, Rabbits in the back, baby. Who wants Dockin', baby, Dockin'? The Dream Warriors, baby. There you go, kid. So, this show is a celebration to hair metal and scratch bowling. But first, I have a couple of introductions before we get into a guest that is a legend on Staten Island. Feel free to take pictures of your stars as they walk by, as the legends walk by, pulling the equipment. Matt, you had a special request? You had something to say tonight? Is that a rumor?
He does have something to say.
You want it right now? You want the mic? Let's go. Okay, let's switch it up. Joe, you got that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a legend stepping into the arena right now. The squared circle, Matt Kaplowitz.
I just want to take this time to congratulate my boy Philip Marks, known to you guys as Powder, for making the finals second year in a row as a squad leader. Powder, congratulations. I'm rooting for you. You're going to pay off that wedding. Also, pay me for Vegas first. Just kidding. He already did that. Back to you, Joe.
Matt, excellent stuff. Matt, want to give a little shout out to Phil Marks, a.k.a. Powder. And that brings up the tournament, which qualifying is finished up 3 weeks of Jimmy Elliott's 44th annual New Year's Singles Classic. And believe it or not, our guest, why should I say believe it or not? I believe it. Rob Vinci, breaking back onto the scene, gets into the top 24. And Joe and I both printed out the list because we don't want to forget to name some names. So, Joe, start it out. Go from the bottom, Joe. There's more drama that way.
Start from the bottom up. All right. Well, we got 6-time winner of the tournament, who was a squad leader with a 7-10, George Cretella.
One of the favorites.
One of the favorites, another mapper from back in the day. Then we got John, a.k.a. Jelly Bean Benitez, one of our new bowlers.
And I just found out that John Benitez, also known as Juan Beniquez, shot 748 twice the same series.
Or the old DJ that used to spin him, Jelly Bean Benitez, for Donna Summer. Okay, we got the original mapper, Robert Vinci, 749.
Yeah, Bobby.
And that's scratch. We got Sal, the real Chatman Morando.
A.K.A. Real Chatman.
Real Chatman. He made it into the finals. Sal, God bless and Godspeed. Kenny Siddell, another lefty. Kenny, who's an excellent golfer, too. Kenny is on the board. He's made the finals here before, I'm pretty sure. We got, yes, he was a good baseball pitcher. You're right. That's right. One of those all-around good athlete types. Ryan Legg, one of the other youngsters here.
When did Ryan get in? Was this yesterday?
I believe. Yes. I believe. Ryan.
All right. Ryan, congratulations. Didn't know.
Yep. Another guy, Ryan, another good all-around athlete, can crush a golf ball off the tee. The kid can hit it a mile and a half. Kevin Rourke, who missed the cut by 2 pins. 2 pins. Missed by 2 pins. Yeah, Kevin's going to be. Yeah, yes, he is the Masters champion. Then we got Timmy McAuliffe Sr., who was one of our guests last week. We got the young fella Lawrence Bianco from Shell Lanes in Brooklyn. We got Evan Weinberg, Mitch's son.
Yes, when we had Mitch on, he said, hey, Evan's coming down to bowl in the tournament. And I think I said he'll make the cut. So,
Yeah, he did make the cut.
That's why I'm the man.
That's why you're the man, is right. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't too much of a bold prediction. The kid is a good bowler. Mr. Chalk, baby. Chalk, like Monmouth Park. Chalk. Dan Brezzo. That's it. Gotta love it. Then we got the young, we got the young lefty, Danny Brezzo, shot 763, scratch. We got Steve Katowski, who I believe was in the final match last year and lost to Mitch. I think he lost to Mitch last year in the finals. We got Ryan Friend, another 765, scratch. Ryan Friend back on the scene. We got Mikey Pagan, otherwise known as Miguel.
Miguel Pagan.
Miguel,
also cousin of Angel Pagan, also known as Angel Pagan.
The ex-Met and ex-Giant. We also got. That's right. Yep. I think he was a Gold Glover.
Put some numbers up.
That's it. Yep. Timmy McAuliffe Jr., another guy, makes it every year, 766 scratch. Change the sheet of paper, right? Who else we got now? John Barinello Jr.
He was in a boy band.
Yes, he was. Junior. We got D. Dunn, Danny Dunleavy.
Yeah, I predicted Danny was going to make the cut.
Yeah, that's another bold prediction by Joe. Phil Marks, Powder, which Matt just covered. Then we got John's.
Powder beat me in one of the years that I qualified. Yeah, Phil.
Yes, he did. Then we got Red Barinello, one of the true legends. And so we got a couple of father-sons here, okay? Because now I'm going to touch on father and 2 sons. We got Sean McAuliffe made it, shooting 784 scratch. Who I said, Sean, your dad and your brother got in. I went, you got to get in. He heeded my advice. The young man went out, shot it up, and he got in. Then we got, who else we got here? We got Timmy McLennan, that's Tommy's son. That's Tommy's son. That's right, Slick Jr. made it.
Slick.
That's right. We got another guy who's been around the bowling scene for a long time, Tommy Roberts. Shot 789 scratch with his 10 pins, gives him 799. We got Joe. I have to say I don't know who this guy is. Dustin Bartel?
Yeah, he bowled next to me. He's from Germany or something, and 42 pins. Oh, boy. He should be getting 4 pins.
Be that as it may. That's true. They only bowl with 8 pins, kind of like duck pin bowling. That's true. The handicap, yep. Then we got our top 2. We got Uncle Mike Vlasenko.
Uncle Mike.
The big lefty shot 789 with his 27 pins, 816. And Joe, right now, no pun intended, but the king of the hill, first place, the king, Mike King.
Yes, Mike King. We've referenced it many times in the show. One of my favorite universities, Mike King University. Mike Orlando was lobbying for him to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, what else does this guy have to do? Now does he have to win the tournament?
That's right.
Let's go, committee.
And right on cue, we're going to
Bring in a legend. Why not?
bring in another legend, the Hall of Famer. Come on in, Rob Vinci, my teammate. Rob Vinci, original mopper. I met Rob back in 1989, bowling up a storm here. He walked away from the game for a couple of years. He's back now. I was fortunate enough to draft him. Rob, who was it that got you back into the game after you were gone for a couple of years?
If it wasn't for Mike Orlando, I would have never came back into the sport. He kept haunting me every year. This time, he said, "Listen, my mom, I got to bowl with my mom. You got to come back with us. You know, we need you." This, that, the other thing. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even be bowling or even standing right here on your very entertaining show.
Just like real television, as like I told Rob. Thanks, Mike Orlando. We love you, bud. So, Rob, one of the things is I know from you bowled a long, long time ago. Over the last 25 years up until now, what do you think is the biggest change in the game from, say, let's say 20 to 25 years ago?
Well, it's most important thing. The biggest difference when you take off for 12 years, you could tell the equipment's totally different. Right. It's super strong. Right. Everything, the weakest ball out there is stronger than the strongest ball back then. Right. So, you know, I'm just getting used to a ball that I had to drill up because we were down in a dungeon in the league. So I said we got to get out of this, and we're definitely moving up. But it was also an adjustment to the strong equipment when I bought the new ball that's out there, and hooked like nothing I ever had before, right. And everything hooked a lot last time I bowled.
Yeah, that's true. So, Rob, another thing is from many years back. Do you find was it tougher or is it tougher now compared to wooden lanes? Do you find it tougher to score now on this type of lane where the oil doesn't really dry up, but it puddles around and it kind of moves around, as opposed to the old days when it was wood, the oil used to kind of soak into the lane?
Well, it's, again, the equipment lasts longer because of the synthetic lanes. It doesn't have much wear and tear on your equipment. Right. And honestly, back then the oil still hangs around, even though there's a lot of back end in the synthetics. Synthetics have a really clean finish all the time. The wood lanes, you know, when you hit the dirt, it just went. Right. And it hooked so much that the ball rolled out sometimes. So what you want to do nowadays, everything's more modern and clean, and that's why everything's really a lot more throwing pins, as you should say. Yeah, right. You threw pins back in the day, you were a stud. Now everybody throws pins.
Everybody's sending messages wall to wall, right? One of the other old school legends from back in the day, who happens to be Rob's brother-in-law, is he watching the show, Smitty? Did you tell him you were going to be on?
I'm not sure. I just saw him this weekend. We had my brother's birthday, so he was there. We all were in Atlantic City for a couple nights. Had a great weekend.
I should have reminded you to tell him.
The thing is, but he definitely may be here, and I did tell him that you said you want him back.
Please,
I didn't know anything. I honestly, like I said, forget about everything.
That's okay. Smitty, Kevin, come back. Listen, your brother-in-law came back. Kevin, we need you back, bud. Tag him. Maybe he's watching. Kevin, we love you, bud. We need you back. I'm going to bring Joe Bruno in now to finish the rest of the round of questionings. Rob, my teammate, thanks, bud. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Great stuff as always. And I got to say, Rob is a fan favorite. And for the new youngsters that have been bowling recently, they don't really know Rob. But they will. They've seen him this year, and they will know him Saturday. I'm excited about it. The finals are 3:30 Saturday, Joe. Right here, Rabs Country Lanes. I can't guarantee that you'll be able to approach the stars of our sport closely, but if you walk in and you see me or Joe or Kenny or Matt and talk to us, we may be able to get you close to like a Rob Vinci or like a Powder, okay? Yeah, so I can do that for you. But 3:30 Saturday is the finals. Great time. A couple of questions that the bowling community wants to know from Rob Vinci is, let's say you had 3 foods only for the rest of your life. What are they?
Wow, that's a really, really tough one because I have dietary limitations nowadays. But if you're going to take the dietary limitations off, pizza's one.
Okay. Pizza, yes.
I don't like pizza. I never met anybody who didn't like pizza. You know.
What else you got?
Well, as a fellow Italian, I'm a Manigot guy.
All right, we like Manigot. That's number 2.
Doesn't like Manigot, right?
All right, number 3.
Right. Number 3, I'm gonna have to go another everybody loves, but it's gonna have to be ice cream.
All right, great. So that sounds good. You got a little dessert. Another thing, Rob Vinci. Have you ever broken a bone?
Several.
What do you got?
Well, most recently I broke both wrists. I'm assuming that's what you're getting at. That was
No, I'm not. Besides that,
2 years ago.
2 years ago, 2 wrists.
2 years ago, both wrists at the same time. Brutal injury, by the way.
How
A lot more common than you think, though.
How about stitches then?
Stitches. Yeah, well, I've got stitches all over the place. I thought you were referring to the 25 years ago.
I'm not. Just stitches.
No, stitches. I got stitches in the knee, many stitches in the knee.
These are the things that people want to know.
Injuries all over the place. I mean, bowling community needs to know.
We want to know, do you watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey?
I do not. I like all kinds of crazy shows, but I don't like any of those. But I do like Bachelor in Paradise.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I like that. Does anyone else watch The Real Housewives of New Jersey? Wait, what? Am I the only one? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm Team Teresa, by the way, just so you know, for the viewers at home. Next up, what percentage of hands do you play from the button in, let's say, cash game?
What percentage of hands from the button? Well, that all depends on the action. However,
All right, no raises in front of you.
raise in front of me, you're going to play most hands. I mean, most of the time you're going to look to raise from the button, ideally. Even if you have a crap hand, you might just win the pot right there.
Is it higher than 50%?
Yes.
Higher than 50%. Card Sharks. Oh, look at this one right here. George the Animal Steel. Chewing the turnbuckle. Look at him right there. He's got that yellow jacket on. Did you see that one, Kenny? He looks like a safety cone. Last question. Last question for my man Rob. Who is closest to winning a championship? Mets, Jets, Rangers, or Knicks? I mean, it's a horror show out there.
That is rough, but clearly the Mets have the potential. I mean, it's clear that the Mets are the best of those 4 franchises, right? You know,
Wait. The best of the 4 franchises, or just happen to be closest?
well, the question was closest because they have the most talent to win right now,
Fair enough.
is what I meant. Their pitching is still great. They have a lot of young pitchers, and they didn't trade any of their studs, which is big.
Rob knows a lot, and you know what? You're making me feel slightly better than I do every day as a Met fan. Okay? Every day of my life with this mess. But that is going to bring up our sponsorship portion of the show. Joe, I don't have the envelope in my pocket. It's right over there. It's right through there. No, because it's in my head, because I got the email today. And guess what? This person, he won Lowe's Bowler of the Week, which is the lowest series from last week. He wins a gift certificate, worst bowler in the league from last week. This is a real thing. You didn't win. Every week. No, you never won. Oh, no, it isn't. But by the way, it's not lowest pins. It's lowest below average. So let's say Rob shoots, 520 tonight. That's going to be lower than someone, maybe a C bowler shooting 495. So that's how we do it. But this person was the lowest bowler of the week, but it was the highest low bowler of the week to date. Okay? So the scores were up. The scores must have been up because I bowled last week. I should have known. But the lowest bowler of the week, me and you bowled last week. The lowest bowler of the week goes to Jimmy Berardi. Congratulations, Jim. 529. That's not a disaster. He's a C. He's a C, but the scores must have been up. Jim. Yes. Jim, use the gift certificate well. It's the real deal. It's Lowe's. Lowe's bowler of the week. Lowe's. Home improvement. Yeah, you go to Lowe's, get something. Hey, look. Whatever you need. You need a light. Hey, you need a light fixture. Hey, why not? You know what? I forgot to introduce Kenny Soto tonight. I know, we forgot. You know what? We got an audible. Matty called an audible. He had to congratulate Matt Cobb. Matt Cobb, you did great though, Matt. But we love you, Mr. Gorgeous. We got El Chapo over here. Rob, I don't know if you know this. All the bowlers I've ever bowled with. Best looking bowler I ever bowled with. Look at this guy. And my man Joe Joe send us off. Tom Hollywood walking in the back. He bowled in all 22 squads, folks. Here you go.
He donated about $1,200 to the Jimmy Elliott tournament. Anyway, folks, listen, we got to go bowl tonight. Lord knows we need practice. Maybe Rob doesn't, but the rest of us do. But listen, the deal is this. We'll be back next week. Not sure who the guest's going to be yet. We have an idea. We're not sure yet. Got to talk to Tony the Hound Dog, see who he's got lined up. Did we see the Hound Dog yet tonight? No, not yet. Is he here? He's running late. I know he's probably got somebody. Anyway, you know what? Yeah, that's right. We're going to be on Saturday. Thanks, Rob. That's right. The finalists reminded us we're going to be on Saturday, so we'll have a couple of guests then, and maybe by Saturday we'll know who's going to be on next Monday. Folks, good night. God bless. Godspeed. See you next week.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.